alumnus, Marielle Berlin Fischler. Marielle, tell us.
Hey, everybody. Sorry I'm late. All right. Here we go. So yeah, I'm Marielle. I'm an alumnus, and I've done a lot with Mayor, as you'll hear in a second. And yeah, okay. So I've always said that when it comes to Jewish student life, Mayor is the best kept secret at Maryland. Entering college, I had a strong Jewish identity, but I did not have the community to match. I was raised conservative in suburban Bethesda, Maryland. I attended Hebrew school, I was bat mitzvahed, I went to services, and I was taught the significance of Israel. But times changed. When my family had a tough year, the first thing to go was the synagogue membership. My family had never been particularly religious, but at the age of 14, after years of being taught the importance of my Jewish identity, I didn't understand how our connection to the Jewish community could be such a low priority. So I decided to make my own priorities. When I entered the Mayor Code into my birthright application, upon the instructions of some crazy rabbi, I had no way of knowing that I was about to introduce myself to the family that I would have for the rest of my college experience and beyond. I can still think back to the moments Mayor changed my life and opened my eyes on that first trip. And those moments are the ones that spurred me onto my Maimonides 1, my Maimonides 2, Mayor Israel, J internship, Mayor Max, Shabbat dinners, holiday celebrations, new knowledge, lasting friendships, and fresh Jewish perspective and understanding.
Yeah!
There's more, Rabbi Ozzy. Before Mayor, I understood being Jewish as a passive activity, a state of being that gave me either similarities or differences to those around me, and a tradition that I had the option of continuing by merely existing. Now I know better. The part of me that hungers for knowledge and understanding, the part of me that seeks peace and connection, the part of me that craves meaning in the things around me, and the part of me that wishes to give meaning to my life and the lives of others, these are now the parts of myself that I consider inherently Jewish. Mayor asks you only to come as the Jew that you are, and through learning, inspirationally guides you to the Jew that you wish to be, on your own terms and in your own time. Mayor gives you choices and opportunities without expectations and welcomes you into the greater Jewish community for the mere cost of curiosity. I speak to you today as an alumni of the University of Maryland and a current student of Mayor Maryland, as you cannot graduate from the type of learning that lasts a lifetime. As I sat with my young freshman sister at her first Shabbat dinner last Friday night, I couldn't help but smile, as I knew that the people she was about to meet would soon enough become an integral part of the woman I can already see her becoming. Your incredible generosity allows generations of young adults to grow and take on the responsibility of keeping our Jewish community alive. For myself and for the students of the future, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for continuing this cycle of giving, as it is time for Mayor to not be a well-kept secret anymore.
Thank you so much, Marielle. It's always a pleasure to have you back. You keep coming back, so thankfully we get you time and again. I would now like to call up one of our current Maimonides students, Rachel Jackson, taller in stature.
Hi, I'm Rachel. Okay. The Maimonides program at the University of Maryland is a lot different than what I expected it to be. I came into the program looking for a Jewish community that I could be a part of, as well as some kind of Jewish education. But what I found was much, much more. I found a group of friends that I can trust, rabbis and educators I connected with that I can talk openly to about topics ranging from religion, my social life, and life in general, and I found a place that I could call home. Walking into the Mayor House is where I feel comfortable voicing my views and opinions and where I'm able to engage in thought-provoking, inspiring discussions about the subjects that matter most. Through lectures ranging from Kabbalah to life workshops and eye-opening Shabbatons that I will never forget, Marilyn Mayor has exceeded all of my expectations. For me, the New York Shabbaton was the most rewarding adventure of my entire sophomore year. I was able to experience the importance of family and community outside of the comfort of Maryland. I bonded with families and received many babysitting offers, ate too much cholent, and learned the secrets of making the perfect whole wheat challah. Most importantly, I was able to experience a real Shabbat. This program has given me the ability to discover topics in Judaism I'm really passionate about, as well as taught me the skills I need to be a successful leader in the Jewish community. In a school with such a large population, I am thankful that I found such a close-knit community that has furthered my Jewish education and strengthened my Jewish identity. So thank you.
Last but not least, a student who, if you've gotten to know him, you know has no bounds, ironically because his name is Jason Bounds.
Hi everyone, for those who don't know me, I'm Jason Bounds, and what Mayor has done for me, it's given me my identity. Growing up in the area that I did, it wasn't very Jewish populated. The amount of Judaism that I at least knew about, that observed to the Reform sense, was myself. And so that always made me to come out and put in the extra effort when I was home to kind of keep Judaism in my life, because that's something that was important to my family and what was involved in their lives and where they got to grow up. So coming to Maryland, I didn't really do anything within the Jewish organization. I didn't really give it a try. I went to Hillel here and there, but nothing just really stuck for me. And then one day my friend was, hey, let me introduce you to some of the rabbis down at the Mayor House. And meeting them, they inspired me. I could see how lively and outgoing they really were, and that's what attracted me. Nothing about the Judaism, but about the people. And the people are what make up that community, and that community allowed us to relate Judaism into it. So we were then able to come together and meet every Wednesday night. We wanted to do the Shabbatones, and we were always looking forward to coming down to the box, at least I was, on Friday nights and Saturdays to celebrate Shabbat, even when it wasn't required. This organization and these groups of people that I was so lucky and fortunate to meet really helped to inspire me to move past the Reform Judaism that I grew up knowing and loving and kind of a little bit more into it. It's made me want to create my Jewish identity for how I want to do it and pass that on to my children when that time comes. So what I like to do is, rather than finish my speech, but thank the Mayor organization for giving me my identity, and I can't wait to see what comes in the next semesters.
They say that good things come to those that wait, and we're dedicated to making dessert just a little bit better. So we're going to make you wait just a little bit longer. We have one more student speaker who's volunteering to share with us his experience, Zach Melamed. Yeah.
So I think it's appropriate for me to start off my little spiel by talking about DJ, because So I came here, and the first thing on my mind was hummus. I needed hummus. And the second thing that came to me was I need dinner. I was a hungry person. I hadn't eaten all day. I've been working, trying to make sure I got everything out of the way before I came here. But then as I'm leaving to come to dinner, DJ tells me that she wanted me to come up here and say a few words. So that was pretty spontaneous, but I think that also really encompasses a lot of what DJ has done for me by bringing me into this program. We're coming up on our 1-year anniversary, DJ, and that's when the text started.
They only start, they never end.
And they don't end. And I think what's really important to share about those texts is that for the 9 out of the 10 texts that I don't act upon, the 1 out of the 10 texts that I actually do act upon have really made that much of a difference for me in my Jewish community here. And I think that's pretty much an accurate stat. Probably 9 out of the 10 texts I do not act upon. But you know, a year ago, a friend of mine said, you need to come to Friday night dinner. And I thought, great, free food, then I'm going to go to the bars, you know, and enjoy my night. And it's great to start off your night with free food, always. So I did that, and I went to this to the dinner. I didn't know anybody, and instantly I was really locked in. I went with Zubin, my roommate, and I haven't had many Jewish friends at this university, actually. And that's where I take a step back, and I want to talk a little bit about where I come from. I come from Great Neck, Long Island, and for any of you who've been to Great Neck, Long Island, there is a street in Great Neck with literally temple after temple after temple after temple. You really can't avoid a temple. And now I think there are probably somewhere above like 30 temples in my town. So really Jewish community to the point where I almost took Judaism for granted. To the point where Hebrew school became, a responsibility, and Judaism was just something that, I guess was just a part of life, but not something that I really appreciated in my life. And so, I come to the University of Maryland where I think roughly 20 to 30% of the population is Jewish, and I assume all of a sudden I'm going to have all these Jewish friends on campus and it's not going to be any different. Well, I wasn't really placed in a dorm where there were many Jewish people, and I came into my second year of school, and I started to, connect with a few other individuals, but none of them were Jewish, and something just felt off because I didn't realize how well I really connected with the Jewish community, and it was such an integral part of who I am and my experience in my life. And I mean, my grandmother's from Israel. I'm 100% Jewish. I believe my Jewish identity now is something that's really a part of who I am. But I went on Birthright last year, not through this university, but that was like the first time where I spent a lot of time with Jews since I came to college. And that's when it hit me. I need to surround myself with Jews. That's just a part of who I am, and to not be surrounded with that part of you is kind of like I always felt like I was missing something, missing a part of home, missing a part of my family, and heck, when I see everyone here, I haven't gotten to build so much of a relationship with everybody. But at the same time, the fact that you are Jewish and I'm Jewish and we're a part of the same university, the same community, there's something powerful there even if we don't know each other so well. That's what brings me back every Tuesday or Wednesday night to Maimonides. And I think that for me, without that, I really would have been removed from the Jewish community in ways that would have, wouldn't have made these 4 years at Maryland as special as I know that they can be. Because as much as I love my friends who aren't Jewish, don't get me wrong, it's that part of who you are that I think allows you to stay in touch with your past. And that's what makes Maimonides so special for me, is going to Maimonides every week and learning a little bit more about who I am and where I come from makes me that much more educated and prepared to be a better Jew in the future. And that's why I think this program has really done a lot for me. I wasn't in it for the stipend. The free food was a bonus. But I definitely plan on being a part of Maimonides too, because this is my Jewish family at the University of Maryland. I really appreciate it.